What's up guys, and welcome to a short video about the key bindings that you need in order to start playing PUBG and start playing efficiently. So today we're going to be looking at the settings for PUBG, more so into the key bindings that you will need in order to easily and effectively get into PUBG. So starting us off here, we want to head out to jump/vault. This will automatically be set to spacebar. But what we want to do is that we want to separate them. So when you're standing next to a wall, you might not just jump, but you actually want to vault over. Or if you're standing on a roof and you want to jump onto the railing, then you don't vault over the railing. So this can be very effective in a lot of ways. So do bear in mind that I am left-handed, so I play with the right hand on my keyboard. So some of my keybinds might not work for you, but I jump on spacebar, which is the easiest way because that's how it is in all the other games. And vault only, I put to caps locks because that's easy for my fingers to reach. Some people have it on V, some people use their mouse 5, mouse 4 to do this, but do separate these two to avoid confusion in the future. And next up here we have the aim/ADS in the combat section of the keybinds. This will automatically be set to right mouse button, but we want to go ahead and detach these. So aim is when you try and hip fire and you have a little bit more control, and ADS is for when you aim down the sights, so when you use your red dot, when you use your scopes. This will also decrease the time that it takes to actually get into your aim down sight state where you have your red dot up. It's a slight difference between these two, so that small time difference might end up saving your life. And next up here is the primary weapon 1 and 2. So this goes for the weapon slots in your inventory, as seen here. The top one is usually slot 1 and the other one is slot 2. But what we've gone ahead and done here is actually switch around these two, because the animation for weapon slot number 2, which is this one, is a bit shorter than the one for weapon slot 1, meaning that you will pull out your weapon slot 2 gun about 33% faster than your slot 1. And this can be a lifesaver in some situations where you need to pull out your SMG or your assault rifle very fast in order to take down an enemy that might be shooting at you. So this is definitely a thing to consider for your keybinds, and yeah, it will definitely end up saving your life one day. So next up here is the utility keybinds. This is definitely one of the big ones. I've gone ahead and used G for frag grenade. There is a overlapping keybind with the G button, which is the utility wheel. The utility wheel is very inefficient compared to using keybinds. This might take a little bit getting used to, but if you come from a game like Counter-Strike, it will definitely be something that you're familiar with using if you want to pull out your grenades efficiently, fast, and accurate. So for me, G for grenade, smoke is on H, which is right next to G, so it's very easy to hit as well. T for stun grenades. Stun grenades have become more and more useful as the years have progressed with PUBG, and especially within the last 2 years, the stun grenades have been so detrimental to how your team fights will go. Next up is the Molotov as well. The Molotov has also become increasingly more useful in different situations, and it's used more and more now, and I have that on the Y button. Do remember that you guys can do whatever you want with these keybinds, and they'll probably work out for you. So you probably have some system or something that kind of goes into things. And as for C4, sticky bombs, spike traps, and decoy grenades go, you wanna just equip them in your slot in the inventory here, the grenade slot down here in the bottom. That will be number 5 by default that you hit. But what you can do is just right click the item into that slot, and you're good to go. And so next up here, we have the item section. Here is the meds item, so your first aids, your bandages, your everything. For me, I have my med kits on 7. They're pretty easy to hit. Your first aids on F1. F1 is a very close button to W, so you hit it right there. Maybe some people have it on their mouse 4 or 5 as well. I've seen that in the past. Bandages on number 9. I usually think it's faster for me to open inventory and right click my bandages if I need them. It's not very often that I do. So yeah. Lastly, booster items. This will pick your boosters from the top going down to the bottom, so it will prioritize adrenaline syringes. If you don't have any of those, it will prioritize painkillers, and if you don't have any of those, it will use an energy drink. So I think this is pretty decent to have just one button for. You don't need a button for just energy drink or anything. If you do need to just use an energy drink, you open your inventory and you right click it, because you're probably not in trouble. And next up here at the bottom of the combat section is radio message wheel. I have this one set to V, and basically what it does is if I press V looking somewhere, you'll now see on the map there is a marker. You can mark things super far away. I think it's 400 meters or something. It's actually really far, but it's a very efficient way for you to call out to your teammates. Oh, there's a guy on yellow marker, or there's a guy on yellow marker, or wherever he might be. Press V. And next up on the list is in the UI section, we have quick marker. The quick marker I have bound to my left mouse button. So every time that I click the left mouse button, you see at the top in your coordinates, there's a yellow marker for where I click. This can be efficient when you're shooting at somebody and you don't really have time to call out where they are. You just, every time you shoot, everybody can see on your team where you're shooting. Very efficient. And last but not least, in the sound section, we have the instant volume reducer. This will save your life when you're standing in a red zone or driving in a car or anything, because it's really loud. You press F7 and it instantly reduces the volume by like 70% or something. So now everything's quiet. In addition to the keybinds, there are some other things that we want to be looking at in the gameplay tab. So first of all, the inventory character render, disable that. It's annoying and it takes a little bit longer to render into your inventory screen. So just disable that, please. Crosshair color, you can make this default, or you can set it to whatever you want if you have a preference for that. The weapons slot HUD. When enabled, it will show your weapons in the lower right side of your screen by your map. It will basically display which kind of weapons you have equipped and what grenades and everything that you have equipped. So it's a great help. And newly added, we have some new functionalities to the game. We have the auto reload. This might be a good thing if you are bad at remembering to reload your weapons. It will basically reload whenever your active weapon is empty. Other than that, there's the default firing modes for handguns, SMGs, ARs, DMRs. I gone ahead and put everyone to auto. And if an SMG doesn't have full auto, I put it on single. Same with ARs, single. That goes for the mutant and the M16A4 on the ARs, and I can't remember which SMG doesn't go full auto. But basically what this does is it automatically has the weapon in full auto mode once you pick it up from the ground. The only DMR that has full auto is the MK14 that you can find in airdrops. So I mean, if you want to have that in full auto, you put that on full auto. It's up to you. Other than that, auto equip attachments with interaction key. You can put this on, which basically puts all the attachments onto your guns automatically. I don't like this because I played this game for a long time and I have an easy way to do it. But if you want to do this, then you go ahead and enable them. Auto replace attachments, I have that on, because if I have something bad attached, then automatically it will put the thing on the gun when you pick it up from the ground. Other than that, also auto replace weapon skin, I have that on, so I don't have to look at somebody else's weapon skin when I could just look at my own, because I spend money on them. And I think that will conclude this video for today, this little guide on your keybinds and gameplay options that we have in the game to help you better and more efficiently maneuver around the Battlegrounds. So I wish you guys the best of luck in the Battlegrounds. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you guys want answered. I'm always here to answer your questions. And other than that, have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.